Hi there, I am Guray. So today I'm gonna talk about assignment 2. So for this application, first of all, user need to select the product on the table, and when you click on any table, so the name is appear top of the screen, and also user provide the quantity. For example, he can click on 8, and also the number will be appear over there, and also the total amount is updated. uh, and then user can click on the buy button, and the process is done. The stock quantity is updated, also the label back to the uh, default value, so he can uh, keep buying products. For example, 5 hats, click on that button, and also stock quantities again updated. If the user click on the button without selecting or the entering the quantity, it will give an error, say that you have to select a product from the table. And if we select any product on the table and again click on the button, it's gonna give us another error, say that because we didn't input any quantity. So and user also click on the manager button. So we have two options: history on restock. User click on the history button, and we will see that the products that user purchase, and also user can click on this any products, for example pants. It will shows the more detail, the product name and the quantity, total amount, and the date. Also he can click on the another button, it will appear. User also can update the stock. For example, pants, we have 12 quantity in our stock. So select the product and provide the new quantity, and click on the restock button. It will update it, and also it will update it on everywhere. So and also we have error handling. So for example, if user click on the restock button, it say that you have to select the product, and then if again click on the restock button, it say that provide a quantity. If user enter minus number for the stock, it will again say that it will give us an error. Quantity cannot be smaller than 0, so we have to provide a positive value for this. For example, 36 is updated, and also updated in everywhere. And then we can buy another pants. For example, if we buy 2 pants, we should have 10 for the pants. So this is our application. So we have first of all, for the we have control classes, we have some outlet variable for the label, like type, total amount, or quantity. And then we have outlet for the our table, and we have some variable, for example quantity user inputs is gonna hold the user quantity, and the selected product index, it will hold again the index number of selected row. And then we have some boolean variable. It help us to check the validation if user selected product or not. And also total price double variable. And we will also have object of classes manager and history manager. And we have a will appear function. It help us to reload our data whenever user go back to this page. And for this function, it will set the number of rows. And for inside this function, we insert the data, the name, quantity, and the price. For this function, when users select any row on the table, so we just updated the type label on the screen with the product name, and we hold the selected row index number. And also we change our boolean variable true because user already select the product. And we have action function that user click on the any button of the screen, it will called. And we have variable for hold the title. And we get this button title and assign this variable. And we have switch case block that if user click on any number, we will compute our quantity user inputs. And then if user select product and provide quantity, if it will update the label, quantity label, and then we compute the total price, and then we again update the total price label with the total price. And else so we need to clear the quantity user inputs and display the error message. User has to select the product from the table and provide the quantity. And then if user click on the buy button, and then so we check this quantity is user provide quantity, and user select product on the table. So we get this quantity from our stock, and we subtract this user input quantity from our stock quantity. And if quantity smaller than 0, it will again display the error message and clear the all text label. If we pass this validation, we get this product name and the quantity that is coming from the user inputs. And then we add this, we create a new product for the purchase list because user purchase some product. And also we need to update our product quantity in our all products. These are actual stock. And then we have segue. This actually sent our data to another page. So we have a reset all function. It's technically clear the all label or the set the boolean false, variable false. And then inside the wave did load, we just get this object, class object from app delegate, and then we change the back button title So this is our wave control. Also we have another wave control for the manager page. Again we have a class object for class, and then we change our button title, and we have also another segue to transfer data to another page. We pass it to manager and history manager to the another page. So it was our manager wave control. Also we have history items we have control. Again these are object, and we have variable to hold this index number of selected rows, and outlets IB outlet for history table, and then again we set the rows number, and inside this function we just insert all data to our table. When users select the product, we need to get this row number and assign to our variable. Again these pages appear, we need to reload the table, and again another segue to pass this data to another page. This is our history detail wave control. Again we have outlets for the text label. We have a variable, we have object for history manager class, again index number, and when this page appeared we get this name, total price, quantity, and the purchase date from our purchase list, which is inside our history manager classes, and we just put this detail, product detail, in our the label, and then this is our restock class we have controller. So we have a outlet for table, again object class, object for class, and then variable, again selected index, and another boolean variable to check the validation. Again we set the rows, number of rows, and insert this data to our table. When users select any product on the table, we need to get this index number, and when user click on the restock button, we need to check the product selected on the table. If it is, we just get the quantity from the user, and also we another validation that user needs to provide quantity bigger than 0, and then we can assign to our new stock quantity for our product in our stock. Again we set the validation and change our row selected validation. If it is not, we didn't pass the validation, it's display the error message that's quantity cannot be smaller than 0, and we have another error message that user has to select a product from table, and it is our last error message that user have to provide quantity. So this is our restock wave controller. Also we have classes for product with our properties, and for the init main constructor we just assign to our value to our properties. Product manager, we have all products array, which type is product class, and inside our main constructor we just put default products with the information, and insert our array, and then we have add product function that it help us to add a new product to our all product array. And we have history classes that again we have properties and main constructor. We get this data and then format this date, and then again we assign this value to our variable. And with the history manager, so we have a purchase list array with the history class type, and we have add product purchase list with the parameter. So first of all we create a new history object that, and again we check this object if the product already exists in our purchase list. So it's called this function. So first of all we create the index array and set 0 inside the for loop. This is our for each loop, and then we get every product and then check the name. If the name is match, it means that we already purchased before. And so we need to get this quantity from this product, and then remove this product in our array, and we just calculate the new product quantity and then return this product. And then we can add this new product and add to our purchase list. So, and also we have two classes that it help us to create a custom cell in our table. So for example quantity price name, this is for main table, and for the history table we have name and again quantity for the each label. So it was my assignment 2 solution. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.